Hello, gorgeous. Hello. How are you? How is everyone doing? Oh my God, it is a glorious, beautiful day. Come and say hello. Tell me where you're checking in from. I want to see you. I want to hear from you. And I love being here. We got an exciting topic to talk about. Today, we are going to dive into the Jungian archetypes for marketing. We're going to get right into the topic. We're going to talk about the benefits. We're going to talk about why you need them. We're going to talk about, the history of archetypes. We're going to talk about how to use the archetypes for our life today. Why do we do the silly things we do? And how to use them to attract your ideal client. So come and say hello. I want to see you. I want to hear from you. Yes, yes, yes. All the queens are coming in. Oh my God, it's exciting. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fatima Omar Kamisa. I am the creative founder of Million Stars Academy, where we equip women with the templates guide, mindset trainings to have an audacious coaching business. That's what we do. We do this through publications, exposure, and all yummy, wonderful things over here. Come and say hello. I see Sadia is here. Janine is here. Hello, hello, hello. Sadia is in the house, rocking it. Fariha. Now, make sure you give StreamYard permission so I can see your name and it doesn't just come up as Facebook user. If you give StreamYard permission, guess what? It'll come up as your name. So I'm excited to be here with you. Hello, hello, hello. Love to see all of you. Oh my God, it's so great. It's so great. So a couple of announcements before we get right into it. The competition is heating up. There's a new banner inside of the tribe. If you're not in the tribe and you're watching this on YouTube or LinkedIn, make sure you join the tribe. Put the link below or ask me for the link and I'll show you how to get your all awesome, exciting things. There are 5 women on the leaderboard and we're so excited. It's heating up, ladies. And guess what? We still have a whole week to go before the competition comes to the end because the prize is extraordinary. The top 3 women who invite the most people into the tribe win 1 month inside of the Red Emerald Spiritual Marketing Club, where you get to connect, collaborate with amazing international women all around the globe, and create these beautiful synergy and connections which wouldn't normally do, right? So you are going to be in an elite club where you get to connect with them and teach us how to bring you clients, because it's all referral based marketing and we're here to support you and help you grow your business. Once a month, we also have social media training, how to train yourself, how to get effective on camera, how to use LinkedIn, how to use Facebook, YouTube, videos, all that amazing things that you want to know about, right? That you want to know about because it makes a difference in your business, right? So, having said that, let's get right into archetypes. Oh my God, this is so, so exciting. What I want to know from you is, what have you heard about archetypes? What have you learned about archetypes? What is inside of your space about archetypes? Where has it come across inside of your life, right? Whether it's online, social media, or in person, where have you come across it? And we're going to get right into it because I tell you, this is a very, very exciting topic because it transformed how I was showing up in my business. It transformed the language I was using. It transformed how I saw myself. And so when you think about, Carl Jung, he created this and he was in the study of unconscious and subconscious and conscious minds, why we make the decisions we make. And for the last 10 years, I have been completely fascinated by why humans do the things we do, why we, we say we want to release 20 pounds, and then we're going through the checkout line and we pick up the chocolate bar, right? We say we want to get out of debt, and the moment I see sale, like we take our credit card and we charge it, right? Instead of investing in ourselves, we're spending money. And there's a cost. And it's been such a fascinating subject for me. And I've studied Carl Jung for the last 10 years. And, I consider him to be one of my many mentors. Even though he's passed on, there's knowledge that has been left behind. So when you think about basic human desires and how they match each specific archetype, right? So for example, when you're thinking about belonging, it connects to the everyman, the everywoman. When we talk about service, the caregiver. We talk about innovation, the creator archetype. We talk about safety, the innocent archetype. We talk about the emotion of understanding, the sage archetype. We talk about the emotion of freedom, it's the explorer archetype. There are 12 different archetypes, and I'm going to go through some of them with you on this call. Why is the Jungian archetype so unbelievably effective? Because it taps into and bypasses, it's the universal pattern of behavior that we instinctively understand. Sometimes we can't put the words to it. Sometimes we don't understand what is happening. However, we are inside of the society and movies and Hollywood and Bollywood and ads and slogans and famous brands. Every single billboard that you've ever seen, every single movie, every single magazine, all use archetypes to lure us in as buyers. Okay, and some you're going to resonate with more than others. That's just how it is, because you are one or two or three. In fact, some people will say that we are all the archetypes on different levels. We are all the archetypes on different levels and percentages. And sometimes in different parts of your life, in the different evolution of where you are, you will change, you will transform, right? It depends on your growth or your lack of growth. Maybe you're going through a very, very painful period. If you're going through a very, very painful period, you're going to change. If you're going through a period of growth and expansion, you'll change. But every 5 years, you might want to redo the test and redo the assessment. Okay, we have our own here, and I'm going to share all of how you can get your hands on it, because I know some of you have already DM'd me. The moment we put the graphic up, I got these DMs. I want to know more. Tell me about this, right? Using archetypes for marketing and branding is like a hack. How to get your customers to understand your language better. How you get to understand your language better. And one of the most, I would have to say, painful traits of female entrepreneurs is that female entrepreneurs, and I've worked with so many of you, one of the biggest constraints is feeling like an imposter, feeling like, someone's going to find out, they're going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to find out that I'm not who I say I am. There is this air and the shadow of, I feel like a fraud, right? Where's my credibility, right? You feel me? Tell me if this is resonating with you and you're like, wow, I have some of this, or I have a little bit of this, or I really get it. And what happens when you understand your archetype, this is what happens. All of that goes away. All of that gets diminished, okay? Because the archetype is not, oh, I'm going to predict your future. Oh, all of that is going, you're going to meet a handsome guy and you're going to drive up in the sunset on a beautiful stallion. No. Archetype is what is running you in your programming from the time you were a child. Okay? So, do you ever remember, and this reminds me of a story, when we used to get together with our family on Eid or Christmas or birthdays? Have you ever remember There was this one cousin, okay? And this one cousin was always like the joker. The one cousin that was always trying to bother people. Doesn't matter how old he got, he would like poke people or do funny things or say something. And he wanted to be the life of the party because that's how he got his attention, right? We all know there's a character like that. Okay, guess what? That's the archetype of the jester. Okay, or maybe there was one who would just sit back and chill out, and he was the uncle you would want to go to for some advice. That's a character. It's the archetype of the sage. He was the wise guy, maybe quiet in a corner minding his own business, but people went to him for advice. Okay, or maybe you had another character in your family, and this character was someone where he always wanted to break the rules. And I'm saying he, but there's also a she. Okay, if mom and dad said something, they would go against it. If the government said something, we had to go and rebel. I have one like that, my daughter, and she's the rebel. She's the revolutionary. She's the outlaw. Okay, that's a character. A character is an archetype. Okay, now what would happen if you had the ability to tap into your archetype that is the most brilliant, powerful version of yourself? The most powerful, brilliant version of how God made you. How you could step into that, own it, and be like, wow, I finally feel validated. This is actually who I am. That is what an archetype is. It's a character of who we've always been in our ultimate self, right? In our ultimate self, the absolute, and I don't want to use, what do you call this? Platydims? I forgot the name now. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I don't want to use like the best version of yourself or this Oprah kind of language. But imagine if you could step into that version where you are unstoppable, authentic in your integrity. You finally take off every imposter syndrome or little tidbits of, I feel like a fake, or who am I, or I'm not credible enough. And all of that just gets shed away. And you stand there in the ultimate truth of your authentic self, without the judgment of yourself and society and other people, without the naysayers, without the energy vampires, without everyone else's version of who you should and shouldn't be, and all of your glory. And that is what Carl Jung came across, right? It wasn't something he invented. Knowledge has been around forever. It is something he studied and he put it together. He put it together because, he said, we all have the same instinctive and unconscious understanding of behavioral patterns. We all have it. It's already in us. And now all we're doing is revealing it to you, revealing it to who you really are in all of your beauty, power, greatness, glory, magnificence. Okay, take off everything that has been weighing you down, and let us see you. Let us see you. And then you give us permission to stand in our glory and our greatness and our beauty. And that is what Marianne Williamson said is what we fear the most. We don't fear our smallness. We fear our beauty and magnificence. Did you know that 95%, and this is a very high number, 95% of the purchases that you have made have been made by your unconscious mind and your programming on your archetypal design, who you've been, and they attracted you. Why is it that some people like this brand and not this brand? Why is it your sister likes this one, your cousin likes this, and you are this, right? Because you are an archetype. I am an archetype, right? Let's look at Hollywood and Bollywood, and let me give you a couple examples of three different archetypes in the movies. Okay, so my family is a huge Avengers family, Captain America and Iron Man and Hulk and Thor, and we love those kinds of movies. Guess what archetype that is? The hero. The hero archetype, right? All of these guys are going to save the world. Take the bad, there's a bad guy, there's a villain happening, and the heroes come and they save the world and they save the damsel in distress, and all started with Superman, right? Okay, let me give you another example, and maybe you can tell me some of your own examples. Another example would be Yoda, right? Yoda in Star Wars. That is the archetype of the sage, the wise one. He doesn't say too much. He sits there in his wisdom. He knows. And then you come to him, you ask him a question, he responds. Okay? Another one would be Raiders of the Lost Ark or Indiana Jones, right? Indiana Jones in he is what? The explorer. He wants to go around and he's adventurous and he is in his element when he's out there in the jungle and discovering worlds and eating new food. Okay, all of these, and I give you these three examples because I want you to see how Hollywood and movies and magazines have used storytelling and archetypes, right? If I tell you the archetype of the mother, the caregiver, what comes to mind? You know, if you have it, you know someone in your neighborhood, right? There is that archetype in your neighborhood, right? If you're working for someone, it's that person who's always saying, how are you? Are you okay, honey? And maybe in her bag, she's got like, you know, Tylenol or paracetamol, or she carries something, right? Or she's bringing donuts and she's the one that leads the bake sale, the one who drives the children. Okay, that's the mother, the caregiver archetype, right? Janine is like saying, oh, wow, she's getting it here. The hero, exactly, in the Star Wars. Najmunisa says, Yoda is my favorite. Yes, I think everybody loves Yoda. Everybody loves Yoda. So I'm giving you an example of where you see these things and why brands like Campbell's Soup. Campbell's Soup is a caregiver because they want you to feel like you are loved, you are cared for. When you have our soup, all your troubles go away, right? Everything can be fixed with Campbell's chicken soup. They use archetypes. Every brand is using an archetype. Okay, and I'm going to share with you some of them. I've got all of them right now. I'm going to share, and so you get it. You get it. Okay, right? So the trick is to use the archetypes. The trick is, number one, you must know who you are. What's your shadow? What's your strength? What's your weakness? How you act, right? And understanding you. To know the world is to know you. Because we don't live in the world, we live in our mind, and we live in the perception of how we see the world. Now, how will that change for yourself if you understand, oh my God, finally I get it. Finally, I know why I do the things that I do. Nothing wrong. It's just the way I see it. It's just the way I see it, right? Now you know, once you know yours and you get it and you really get into yours, you figure out who your clients are. Who are your clients and what is that language that they understand? What is the language that attracts them? What is that language that makes their heart flutter? Okay, because that's what the archetypes will do, to understand, right, who you are inside. And when you get it, Alia says, wow, I love that, right? The Million Stars Queens have access to this training and they are able to help themselves and help their clients. And so let's go through the 12 of them, and let me tell you a little bit more about it. So we're going to start out with the magician. Now I'm trying to find here, actually, why don't I start with the one that I have in here first, okay? So I've got the creator. Now the creator is, I'm going to give you an example of the creator, and as I read it right here, the creator, and this one, the creator, funny thing is, the creator is actually my dominant archetype. My principal archetype is the ruler. So I'm a ruler in my dominant archetype, and I'm a creator in my, my principal is the ruler, and my dominant is my creator. And everyone has two. That way it becomes embellished and beautiful, right? So in the creator, for example, I'm going to give you some examples of the creator brand out there in the world. Martha Stewart and Crayola. Those are creative brand. Now the creator is inherently a nonconformist. Okay, creators are experts at seeing the big picture, the visionary. Okay, authenticity is very important to us in our organizations as a creator because we love the creative process. We believe in the imagination. And if you ask my team, when I'm creating something, I just get so incredibly happy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one I want to share with you is the Jester. Here we go. So all of these cards have everything on it. We've got the Jester, also known as the strengths, what they are at their best, famous personalities of the Jester. Can you guess? Steve Martin, Robin Williams, right? The funny guys, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? Okay. Brand message of the Jester is, we are just here temporarily. Like, start living your life, enjoy yourself. Okay. Then we have the greatest fear, the brand voice. What kind of visuals do the Jester clients want to see? Then when you turn it around, we've got organizational structure. So what kind of business would a Jester run, right? What is the branding strategy and what is the brand personality of a Jester? Okay. And so another one would be Ben and Jerry's ice cream, right? All about fun, all about enjoyment. The Jester wants to be playing and spontaneous. The Jester reminds us to lighten up, live in the moment, honey. They love bending the rules. And like, look at Ben and Jerry, like some of the names they've given their ice cream, like Chunky Monkey, Boom, Chocolata, right? That is the Jester brand. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the next one is the Rebel. Okay, so who's the Rebel? Let's look at and see who's the Rebel. Okay, the Rebel is the rule breaker, right? The outlaw. And I'm going to tell you some brands. Apple, Harley Davidson. Apple breaks all the rules everywhere. They want to go against the trend, right? They're revolutionary. They're radically different. They're on purpose. Okay, they bring this willingness, this energy, weed through the clutter, break the status quo. Let's bring you something that is a creative breakthrough. Okay, Innocent. Here we go. Innocent, let me give you an example of an innocent brand. We've got like the Chicken Soup for the Soul, right? The book, The Innocent. Can you think of someone that's an innocent brand? Right? Who would you guess? Okay, so Coca-Cola is an innocent brand. McDonald's is an innocent brand. They encourage us out, get out of the fast lane, find happiness, return to the simple things in life. They're optimistic, they're tranquil. Okay, are you feeling this? Yeah? Tell me if you're getting this. Tell me if you're understanding this, if you're loving this, and I'll keep on going. Okay, I want to go on. And we've spoken about the Sage brand before, right? We've talked about the Sage brand. We talked about Yoda in Star Wars as a Sage archetype. Another brand for the Sage would be Harvard, right? Organizations that are dedicated to uncovering the truth, spreading knowledge. They take pride in intelligence, information. They tend to be thoughtful, use challenging language sometimes, right? They want to be historic. They want to be classic. They're the wisdom. They've got all of that. Okay, and then we've got the ruler. The ruler is my principal archetype. So what does the ruler do? American Express is like a brand, Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, some of the brands for the ruler. Ruler loves leadership roles. Rulers take chaos and turn chaos into organization and structure, right? Rulers lead the way. They know how to get things done. We know how to delegate, get things done. Our image is well-defined, solid, polished. Okay, let's move on. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Here we have the every woman, the every man. Okay, the every woman, the every man is like a regular person, a regular guy, a regular girl, every person. This archetype refers to the common man, the common woman. Think of like village green, democracy, comfortable group, equality for everyone. Everyone fits in, there's equity, there's equality. They don't like elitism, they don't like a hierarchy of people. They want to be authentic. They're honest, they're hardworking, they believe in equal rights for people, right? Martin Luther King, even though he's a ruler type, he was all about every man, every woman fighting for the rights of the underdog. Okay? Okay, so you got that one. Now let's go. We've got the next one, the explorer. Okay, explorer brand, we talked about that, right? Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. One of the example of famous brands that has archetype of explorer is Starbucks, NASA. I mean, come on, NASA, where are they going, right? They're exploring outer space. Okay, National Geographic, okay, PBS, Amazon. And so these explorer archetype brands are independent, self-directed, they're active, they're like on the go, they love learning through experiences, touching, right? An explorer brand would be someone that is a travel blogger. They go all around the world, they want to eat, they want to experience new cultures, new people. They seek out a better world by connecting people, their inner reality, their outer reality. They're often ahead of their time, and they often are very useful. Okay, explorers. Okay, caregiver, the caregiver brand, Campbell Soup, Volvo, right? Dr. Scholl's, airbags, right? Tom's, the Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity, famous brands that use the archetype of caregiver. The caregiver are organizations that are loyal, generous. Their passion and their purpose come from what? Service, sacrifice, putting others first, right? For Volvo, for example, what do they use in a car company? They say they don't talk about how fast or zippy or sexy or gorgeous their car is. They talk about how safe, right? Porsche is very different, right? Jaguar is very different. The Volvo cares about safety. You feel safe when you put your family in the car. You feel loved. Okay, then there is the lover. The lover. Let's talk about the lover brand. The lover brand is like Hallmark cards, Godiva chocolates, Victoria's Secret, right? What the lover brand is all about, inherently feeling affection and emotions towards each other, pleasure seekers, right? The lover is all about real beauty, cosmetics, jewelry, fashion, food, travel. They want everything to look beautiful, right? Everything has to be beautiful. One of the biggest fears of the lover brand is they don't want to feel alone. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be unwanted or unloved or rejected. Okay, so if you're the lover brand or your clients are the lover brand, you know what their biggest fear is. You know how you can make them feel loved, make them feel beautiful. I've got a couple more here, two more here. How are you liking this? Let me see some of these comments that are coming through. Alia says, I feel like everyone must know their archetype. Yes, Alia says, would love this archetype for my sons. Disney, the explorer type? No, actually, Disney is the innocent, fun, glory, like everyone's having a lot of fun. You might be the explorer that you want to go to Disney, but Disney is all about childlike wonder, right? You come there and you be innocent. And, you know, one of the most famous rides is It's a Small World After All. It's a small world. If I sing that enough, you will have this in your head until tomorrow. Okay. And they have this thing, you just sit on the ride and you just go, it's a small world. I've been to Disney so many times, and it's all about innocence and fun, and all the characters come out and they have these shows and you're just like loving it. You are probably explorer. Yeah, you are probably explorer, Anissa. So useful, always excited about it when you're talking about archetypes. Yes. I am so passionate. Oh my God, I love this so much. Okay, we got a couple more to go through right here, and I want to make sure that all 12 are being honored here. And here's the hero, right? Wonder Woman, right? Captain America, and all of that going on. And I love the hero brand. Love. In fact, a lot of my branding is because I've got a little bit of hero inside of me. People love my story of overcoming and how I went from welfare mom to like international speaker, best-selling author. And I'm just like, I'll show you the way. I'll show you the way. When I do the test every time, hero comes up sometimes as a secondary or a third, you know, but it's always ruler that comes up, you know. So let me talk about the hero brand. The hero brand is FedEx or Nike, right? Or Marvel movies. And a famous personality of heroes would be Michael Jordan and Nelson Mandela, Joan of Arc, Malala Yousafzai, right? Famous brands. I mean, she got shot and then, you know, she got better and now she's all about girls, right? The hero brand message is where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, I remember telling you that funny story about my son pulling the pacifier out of his sister's mouth. She was still sucking the pacifier at 2, and we're driving along on the highway and we're speeding, and he opens the window and he yanks the pacifier out of her mouth and he throws it out of there. He goes, where there's a will, there's a way. And I think he is a hero archetype. If I really look at the things that he's done, he built a park for his son, for his brother Tariq, and autistic kids and able-bodied and special needs children. He wants to go and save the world. And last week he was over here and he was talking about building a huge, beautiful residential facility where young people and older people can all live together in synergy and harmony. And, you know, when I really look at it, FedEx, Nike, hero organizations are competent, courageous, responsible. They triumph over challenge. They're direct, they're strong, they're bold, they're functioning, right? They want to go out there and save people. And you look at them and you say, wow, you know, I want to be just like you. I want to be just like you, right? And so that's the hero brand, the rescuer, the warrior, the crusader, the champion, the coach, right? A lot of you are the hero brands. When I look at my clients, a lot of you are hero brands. And then we've got the magician, right? The magician, and let's talk about the magician brand. The magician is what drives the magician to make dreams come true, to be like an alchemist, right? Changing steel into like glittering, and you want to sparkle everything and be like a little fairy. Remember the one in, what was that movie, Peter Pan? Okay, and there's that little fairy little thing, Tinkerbell, and as she goes along sprinkling, she is the magician, the alchemist, everywhere she goes, right? Cinderella's fairy godmother is a magician, the alchemist, right? That is the alchemist, where you can take something and turn it into something completely transformative. Okay, a lot of you are that brand as well. The metamorphosis of a butterfly. How do you take that? The brand message of the magician is every day is an opportunity to have a better, brighter day. Okay, types of visuals that the magician can use. Use images that inspire and awe your audience. Show them transformation, the metamorphosis, right? All of here, you've got the organizational structure and how to change it. So actually, when I look at it, Walt Disney World could be innocent, but it could also be magician. Because you think about the everything they do, every movie that Disney has ever made. I mean, you take Cinderella. Oh, I'm sweating on my upper lip here because I'm getting excited. They take a girl who is a stepchild and she's being ill-treated, and they bring her over and it's transformed, right? You got Sleeping Beauty. And so maybe the movies are alchemy and magician, where you take something and, right, the prince comes and kisses her and she turns into the princess. When you go to Disney World, for example, that is so much of innocence playing on there, where you are loving it and enjoying it and you see yourself, right? So they sell these dresses, and when I put on the dress of Belle, I want to be her. When I put on Cinderella, I want to be her, a Little Mermaid and all of that. So to answer Anissa's question about Disney World, so how exciting is this? Imagine, just imagine if you had all of this. Imagine if you had all of these cards at your fingertips, and you can go, and here is, we've got an assessment here. You go and you do the assessment, and then when the assessment is done, it tells you what is your principal archetype, what is your dominant archetype, how to actually use it in your language. Imagine if you're able to use this and get your kids to do their chores by only asking them one time, okay? And how do you become like this? It's almost like magical, right? You're like, what? Do I have like a superpower? Yes, you have a superpower. You have a hack. And then you're writing content, or you're writing a Facebook post, or you make a video, and people are loving it. People are just be like, wow, this is the most fantastic thing ever, right? It's completely magical. Now, obviously, if you're a Million Stars coach, all of this is yours. You don't have to worry about it. Just go out there and be a little Tinkerbell and go change your world and change everyone else's world, because I'll tell you, it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal how it changed my language, how it changed how I showed up, how it changed the results and the clarity that I got for myself, for my clients, for my family. I also did this on every one of my children to just see what's running them. What's running them? Like, what is it that why do they do what they do? I'm all fascinated about that. So what if you could spend half a day with me and discover your archetype? Right? Discover how it is. What if you could spend half a day with me and figure out how it impacts your life and the decisions you've already made? When you can finally peel back the curtain on yourself and go, is that why I do the things that I do? Right? And figure that out and just be like, wow, I'm in awe at this thing that I'm doing. Why are you the way you are? Why did you marry the people that you married? Why do you wear the clothes that you wear? Why did you study the courses that you studied? Why are things working and not working? Because on these charts, guess what? When you think about your greatest fear, are you tapping into that? And what if you actually knew, right? So the hero, for example, their greatest fear is weakness, vulnerability, being a chicken, incompetence, deterioration, to become evil at large, right? The hero is scared he might turn and become the villain, or he's faint-hearted. And at their worst, when they're not in their brilliance, guess what? The hero can become arrogant, always needing another battle to fight, conceited, cruel, brutal, combative, aggressive. What if you actually knew who you were at your worst, and you could recognize it right away and be like, okay, I'm here. How much time am I going to give myself to be here? And then shift and then move, right? So let's pick another one, right? The every man, every woman. Greatest fear is being left out or being seen as elite because they want nothing to do with that. At their worst, they're mocking, they're greedy, they feel betrayed and disappointed. All of that is on these cards. So, what if you could spend a half a day with us and figure out why you are the way you are? What are your strengths? What are your greatest, most glorious self? Who you are at the most optimal version of you? And then who are your clients? What language to use with your clients? What visuals to use? What colors to use? Right? What is your brand personality? How to organize your structure as you grow and create this audacious, beautiful, powerful company? Who are your ideal clients? Where to find them? How to find them? What images and colors they're attracted to? How to be completely authentic and in integrity with yourself and your message. Because I can tell you, social media is so full of copycats. We're scrolling, and we're just copying the other people, but it's not us. What would it look like for you to never ever feel like an imposter ever again? Never ever feel like you are out of integrity. Never ever feel like, oh my God, they're going to catch me because I copied someone else and I'm going to be charged with plagiarism, or someone's going to send me an email and you're nervous all the time, right? This is what the archetypes can open up for you. So, we've created a very special training. This is happening on Monday, September the 6th. On Monday, September the 6th, we are having a VIP day all about the Jungian archetypes and how I can help you. How I can help you to be able to find out. We'll do an assessment. We're going to be spending about 3-4 hours together. We're going to have breaks in between. All the calls are recorded. It is a live session. We're going to go into breakout groups, and each one of those segments are going to be breaking out into who are you, trying to figure that out. What is your brand message? Your strength, your weaknesses, where are your clients, how to find your clients, everything connected to the Carl Jung modality and the Jungian archetypes for marketing and branding, to finally you step into your own authenticity. You step into say, okay, I want this. I'm so tired of just guessing and second guessing myself all the time. And I feel this is going to give me that edge that I need. And if you're thinking that, you are 100% right. This will give you an edge. This will give you an edge over everyone else, and you will no longer be that vanilla. You will no longer be everybody's answer to everything, because you want to be very specific about your messaging, your marketing, your colors, right? The VIP day on the Jungian archetypes is going to be awesome. It's all happening on the 6th of September. We have 10 spots available. Okay. There is a full pay. There is a partial pay. If you do the full pay, you're going to get $500 off. You definitely want to check it out. Now, how do you get information on that? You want to put down here in the hashtag, you want to connect with your community manager. You want to book a call with us because we want to make sure you're a good fit. It's half a day. It is going to be powerful. It's just like inoculation. You're just going to get it quick. You're going to get it all. We don't want to stretch this out. We want to give you everything in one single day. So book your calendar. September is an exciting time to create all of that. And you want to connect with your community manager. You want to put down in the comments, speak to Fatima, right? Hashtag speak to Fatima, or you want to speak to any of the community managers right here, because we want to make sure you're a great fit. There are only 10 spots available. If you pay in full, you're going to get a really fantastic bonus, which is a golden vessel activation that I did. Is very powerful. So I highly encourage you to do that. Okay. September 6th, really, really, really fantastic. So if you want this, you want to be able to unleash all of that fakeness. You want to unleash that feeling of imposter syndrome. You want to finally get back on track, because I'm going to tell you, all the strategies that we were doing before 2019 no longer works anymore. It just doesn't. So how can you give yourself an edge over everyone else? You need this. You need this in your business. You need this in your marketing. You need this to understand yourself. You need this for your branding, your colors, your visuals. And it's time to niche down and get specificity. This is a time to get very, very specific. The clients I want and the clients I don't want, right? And when you get that clear and you become a specialist in the market, money shows up. Money shows up because you can finally just exhale, breathe out, and say, wow, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? Because this has been in your blind spot. This whole time, this has been in your blind spot, and it's time to get unleashed. It's time to get back on track. It's time to become colorful and beautiful and ravishing and gorgeous, and really to find out what have Hollywood and Bollywood and storytellers been doing that I've been missing out on. Okay, so want to wrap up this call? Put down hashtag speak to Fatima, speak to your community manager. I want the details. We're going to get on the phone call with you. There are 10 spots available right now, and they're not going to last long. We got bonus. Imagine being live on a call with us and having all of this, having the brand, understanding your family, understanding your marketing, understanding your visuals, and no more second guessing. No more wondering why this isn't working. No more guessing on what my clients need or want. All of that is going to be gone. Every single thing is going to be gone. So hashtag speak to Fatima. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. This just gets me so fired up. I can talk about it until nighttime. The cows come home. Everyone goes to sleep. But you know what? We got things to do, right? We got things to do. We got places to go. I want to give this really, really powerful information to you. Share this video with someone you know. I know that there's someone on your page that needs it. There's someone on your list that needs this. And sharing is caring. And in today's world, we need us to care about each other and help each other to get to that next level of greatness. Okay, so that's what I got for you. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see you inside of the training. I want to be there with you. I want to help you. I want to guide you. I want to lift you up and give you everything that you need to create brilliance, prosperity, and beauty in your life, because you are so deserving of this. You are so deserving of standing in your brilliance and shining. You are so deserving of attracting the clients that you are meant to work with. You are so deserving of making that money. You're so deserving of having a community of women around you that can support you and champion you and see you in your glory and how beautiful, gorgeous, and powerful you are. So that's what I got. I love you so much. Put down hashtag speak to Fatima and we will get to you. Talk to you later. Bye for now.